So I've been noticing weird symptoms. I'm very much like I pay attention to my body, okay? But I'm smart. I feel like I'm Dr. Lynn. I just know things, feel things, sense things. I don't know. I'm just like sad because I didn't even know what a hernia was until Feline had to tell me. So I noticed lately, like when I lay down flat, my stomach kind of has like a bulge, and I'm just like, what is happening? Like, it doesn't hurt. It's weird. It's something like new. And then, so I was putting like two and two together, and I was like, okay. So most fat people, a lot of fat people, they get hernias.
Hello, beautiful people. As you can tell from the thumbnail, Destiny is back and she's come back with some tea. We're going to start with Amber's hernia story because I had no idea, but it's the way she approaches it again that makes me laugh. I've got a few points to make at her delivery and I wonder if any of you thought the same. Keep watching and then we'll get into the tea with Dusty.
And I never thought that I would be the one, right? And I recently, like a few months ago, just took a test to see if I had one, and I never got my results back. Like, no one ever like called me to like tell me my results. And so I figured, okay, so I guess everything's in the clear, because if something would have showed up, they would have told me. But I don't know, in my heart I was like, something's not right. So I ended up calling to get my results because I never was told my results. And it turns out I do have a hernia, folks.
Ugh. Look, I know that we say this a lot, and I know that sometimes it may sound like we are nitpicking, but just look at the joy on her face when she says that she has a hernia. Now, I know that she will say that, oh, it's only because I felt it that I was right, but I feel like if any of us found out that we had some kind of a medical condition, medical diagnosis, we would be, in her own words, shooketh to the core. I mentioned this before, and I do wonder sometimes if there is a little bit of a Munchausen syndrome, or even maybe something like malingering, because she does benefit from it. She gets the sympathy from her audience.
The fact that I like knew that before being told that, I I'm 32 years old. I don't think I could go to college to be a doctor at this point. But it's like I feel like in my past life I was a doctor or a nurse, and I literally just found out, can it be fixed in weight loss surgery? So that was like the first question I asked, and they said that sometimes they'll do that and sometimes they won't. So it honestly just depends. But since I got that test done, my hernia has obviously grown. I know that it's like normal for someone my size to have one, because it's almost like abnormal for someone my size not to have one. But it's just kind of like goes to show that like health at every size is so silly. Like, I don't understand the concept. I never will understand the concept. And I just hate it so much. Like, I do think like respect at every size is a thing. And I feel like a lot of people are lacking that.
So, I mean, I absolutely agree with her point about the health at every size, and I feel like that was exactly what she wanted to do. She just wanted to get people to agree with her. I don't think it makes any sense. If we take her as an example, it is not true because of the medical conditions she's been diagnosed with due to her weight. Now, that's no shade to anyone who is or may be overweight or obese or whatever. It's just that from a medical standpoint, it is untrue. However, I do think that she loves bringing this point up a lot because it's something that majority of her audience will agree with, and she feels really good when people agree with her. So she says a lot of controversial things, and she feels that if she keeps on mentioning something that the people agree with, then it will undo the controversies. Just my thoughts though. I don't know what you guys think.
My All right, so I'm mid makeup and now I'm crying because I have a hernia. So you guys are getting to see the stages of how um I go, like as a person. Like at first it was like, wow, I was right. Love that for me. And now that it like has sunk in and I'm sitting here talking to Feline, who is over there right next to me, I've realized that like food does this. I love that. Food. Food. Like food that is supposed to like make you like survive and live and like be in your happy era. Like, no, it does this as well.
Remember how we all pointed out that she loves to be diagnosed with things? The whole lipedema thing was the last one, the last big one. People really went in for her, saying that, man, she really loved that diagnosis. She was so happy, including myself. Now, I feel like with this one, she's filmed that, okay, I've got a hernia, and she looks really happy. And let's be honest, I don't think she's too bothered to go and re-record something in case that it comes off wrong again. As much as she says she loves the job, I don't think she does it to get I think she does it just to get it over with so that she can get her money at the end of the month, like a lot of us when we go to work, so fair enough. But my point is that she wasn't bothered to remove that bit, maybe also because she knows that the drama will bring her more views. But she thought, how do I fix this now? So she decided to cry and then also film that to show us that, look, I do get sad about it too. Why else would she point out that she's showing this side? Come on.
I don't know. I'm just like sad because I didn't even know what a hernia was until Feline had to tell me. The fact that I like knew that before being told that, I'm 32 years old. I don't think I could go to college to be a doctor at this point. But it's like I feel like in my past life I was a doctor or a nurse. She told me what it was and I just like broke down. I don't know what I thought it was. I'm a doctor because I knew what was wrong with me.
So you're a doctor and you know and you can tell things before being diagnosed, or you don't know and Feline actually had to explain everything to you. Make up your mind, Amber.
Therapy is now completed. This one was crazy. I have more homework that I have to do. I had to read him my paper that I wrote. I was not expecting that. And he was like, yeah, I don't tell my clients that they're going to read it back to me because that'll make them dread it. And, you know, the way that he worded it just makes more sense.
Now, I'll be honest, I didn't care for this part too much. The only reason I left it in was because look at how she's in awe of the health professional again. She does this all the time. She puts them on a pedestal, and then when they no longer serve a purpose, or she feels that what they say doesn't really benefit her in a way that she wants, then boom, they're suddenly unprofessional, inappropriate, or the girl or the boy. It's a cycle. How many psychologists have we gone through now? And by the way, it's totally normal to change therapists if you feel like you don't get on well with them, and that's completely fine. But this is just something that's like on repeat, isn't it?
He actually wrote down stuff points that I said out loud during my session and then told me them at the end. So I wanted to read some. These are actual things that I said in today's appointment. I can't trust anyone. People are always lying or hiding something from me. No one cares. No one believes me. And this is a big one that he was like, wow, if my parents didn't want me, why would anyone else?
So that's all on Amberlynn's therapy. Now, Destiny is back on YouTube. And for those of you who don't know who this is Amberlynn's ex-girlfriend before Becky, the love of her life, the one that got away. However, after their breakup, Amber admitted that she was still in love with her, even though she was with Becky at the time. And after all of these things, things went down south, it went sour, and the last time Amber spoke about Destiny, she was saying things like she hated her and some other degrading stuff about them, i.e. her and Dana in her live stream era. You can hit pause and read some of these. These are some of the questions that Destiny got from Instagram, and she was responding to them, and it was quite honest, I felt like. I actually respect Destiny. I feel like she's definitely matured and grown up quite a lot. One of the questions were that, how did you feel when Amber was filming you in the toilet? And Destiny's like, I don't know why she did that. And she also found it as weird as we all did. And in the next clip, I feel like Amber secretly watches her stories, even though apparently she's blocked Destiny. But I feel like from probably like a different account or something, she's watching it. And she does respond to it in a way. She's kind of saying that, I used to troll a lot in the past, but I've stopped doing that. I'll include the bit where she's talking about that in a minute. But otherwise, I'm going to have to love you and leave you for now until our next video. Thank you so much for coming here again and again. I love having you on my channel. And thank you to all of my new subscribers as well. I love you guys so much. Leave me a comment and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.
I, without a doubt, have always admitted that in the past I trolled a lot, and it was just to add some humor to my channel. And obviously I wanted views. I wanted to be able to use YouTube as my job. Like I wanted that sort of attention at the time, and I never wanted to troll in any harming way. So I definitely never did. It was always just like stupid stuff, like how I want to marry orange chicken. Like, come on now. No. But nowadays, yes, I am without a doubt more genuine. I've always clearly had a genuine side of me, always. Throughout every single year that I've been on YouTube, every single video, there's always been a genuine side of me. I've always shown that.